dogs are excited. Let's start this garden tour real quick. So I'm going to be just as surprised as you are when we look at all of this, because I have not been home for a week. So yesterday, July 30th, was my birthday, and they said we got rain. I don't know how much rain. We'll go check the rain gauge here in just a minute. But here is this flower pot. It is doing really well. These guys are even coming back right here, and I've actually had pretty hard trouble with them. The ones over in my mother-in-law's window kind of started looking like the ones here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we're making our way over to the rain gauge, and it looks like we got about a ½ inch of rain. That is amazing. That was, I think, over like a 2-day span. So here are my flowers. Those are zinnias, and I don't really know what these are, but these are my flowers right here around the air conditioner. I've been busy at work. You will see some of that here shortly, but not right now. This is a garden tour after all. So the grasshoppers have gotten into the basil and eaten a bunch of the leaves, so that's really sad. Of course, we have our flowers. We have our cherry tomato plant and our Roma tomatoes, and they don't look real good. My bamboo sticks aren't holding them up, and I kind of figured that might happen, so that's my fault. We have, let's see, that's still cherry tomatoes here. We have veggies. Oh, the oregano has come back in full force. Cool. My sage is coming back really well. That's good. Back over here we have parsley. This is oregano, I think. So this is my oldest flower bed. The sunflower things in here, they're not sunflowers, they're daisies, are not doing well, but they are perennial. Perennials take a little time to get established, so maybe.
It's not done like it.
Okay, so here are my hibiscus. They are very, they love the heat and the humidity. We have not had a humidity, which is crazy. So they're not looking their best, but they're not looking the worst either. And I've got some really tall weeds, so we're not gonna judge weeds. This is not doing as well. I need to come out, I guess, when it's watering, when my system is on, and see what's wrong with it. Of course, we have my roses. And these are actually heat loving, but they're not digging it right now. I have worked on the weeds here in the front, but you know. These guys, especially those guys, have loved having the drip irrigation on. My Arctic wood, red dogwood, or Arctic fire dogwood, whatever this is, I think last year the grasshoppers came in and stole all the leaves off of it, and it looks like they're trying to again this year. We have coneflowers that came back from last year in my lavender. I have some black-eyed Susans that are just doing amazing, along with some snapdragons. And it's strange that those are bigger than these. I don't know. Weeds. We're not talking about weeds still. The gomphrena has just gone crazy. And we have some zinnias, as well as more gomphrena. It almost looks like weeds, but it's not. My mom is just doing so-so. It's not doing bad, it's just doing so-so. It'd be interesting to see it come fall. This dude up here, he's not doing well at all. And I don't know why. He gets watered every day. Maybe there's just not enough sun to him, which is a good possibility. We have our flowers here. This was a coxcomb. These are straw flowers. They feel so cool. Do you hear that? Right? I wish they would eat my weeds.
You're not going anywhere, sir.
So then we have these, and I still don't know what those are. That is the butterfly bush, and it's finally coming on. It wasn't doing anything. That stuff is loving the drip. And then we have our rose that's just doing so-so. Okay, so here is the rosemary that I grew from seed, not doing well. And then we have parsley. We have some peppers. They're just not peppering still, but they do have flowers on them, so they might flower, or they might pepper, I don't know. And then these were flowers that just got thrown here, and a rosemary plant. We'll just have to wait and see. These were the Purple Beauty peppers, and they're actually coming on, which is surprising yet good. The huckleberry got eaten by the grasshoppers, but they're also getting taken over by all of the vining plants. So it'd be interesting. And this is all that vining stuff that I don't know what it is because the wind knocked it over. Wow, after the rain, the gourd vines are just coming like crazy, and they're taking over this, which is bad because I have, let's see, I think this is cucumbers. I came in and I planted some cucumbers, but these are not cucumbers. These are the vining squash that are just going crazy now. They've even taken over some of the tomatillos. There were tomatillos here, which is sad. I have tomatillos here. My tomatillos just aren't producing, which again, I'm not sure what the deal is. So that's really sad. I'm kind of losing all the tomatillos. These were eggplants, and I actually am getting some eggplants, so that's kind of cool and fun and exciting. I planted, let's see, that's cucumber. So these are yellow squash, and I really only have one plant still of the yellow squash. I left one of the cabbage, and the grasshoppers are just not being nice. I had some pepper plants in here, and it looks like the grasshoppers have eaten it. But if you look, we have grasshoppers just living up here. And I put a bunch of stuff on these to try and kill off the plant bugs, and it's just not working. So back to plan B, or back to whatever. I have these peppers. These are, oh yeah, Anaheim chili peppers. They're just not doing anything. They're just here. I need to get in here, put a bunch of weeds. The grasshoppers just demolished my Swiss chard, and I need to get the onions out of the ground. We have onions over here, and these were actually bunching onions that have just gone wild. The asparagus. This is a flower. The pineapple's not doing anything. I'll try it again next year, but I'm not getting anywhere with it. These are the jalapenos, and the grasshoppers demolished it, but I am getting another jalapeno growing right here. Come on. So that'll be fun. These are Thai hot peppers. Again, not getting anything out of them, but this is just flowers. All kinds of flowers. These are cockscomb. We've got the basil, the cinnamon basil. We've got some weeds. You know, I'm assuming, if I were to guess, this is probably a weed. Yeah, not happy about weeds, but it is what it is. We have our zinnias. The zinnias still look, they're not as pretty, but they still look good. This white on it here is actually from some of the bug stuff that I put on trying to kill bugs. So it's not really part of the plant. My zinnias are kind of getting taken over by weeds. but I have all the zinnias still. There's down here they're not doing well. Up there they are. So I don't know. It could be. I'm not doing anything different between one side of this and the other. Okay, these are zucchini, and I did not start them from seed. The grasshoppers killed the ones I started from seed. So these are, I bought them. And then I have green beans that it looks like the grasshoppers are not playing friendly to. Green beans here. I may go ahead and plant green beans a second time just to try, because I've got all this bed space here that if you don't plant anything, weeds will take over. So I may just go ahead and plant all of this to green beans just to try and get a green bean crop. We will see. We have tomatoes, and they are finally tomatoing. Ooh, that one doesn't look good. It looks like something's tried to eat that one. It's a green zebra, and it's not so good. But I finally have tomatoes that are tomatoing, and they are coming into, they are actually ripening. We've gotten 3 or 4, 5 or 1 gallon Ziploc bags full of them. No, 5 probably. I've shared some with my grandma, some with my aunt, so we're finally getting somewhere on the tomatoes, which is very, very, very exciting. This plant here isn't producing anything. He's just not earning his keep. We've got these pretty cosmos here. Then, this was that mystery. We've got more cosmos. This was the mystery plant that had the eggplants. And the eggplant's down there, but it's not purple. It's yellow. I don't know why. These are bell peppers that the grasshoppers, I hate grasshoppers, are not playing nice to, and I'm not really getting anything. I had all my shishito peppers in here, and I had to pull them because the grasshoppers just, it wasn't grasshoppers then. It was some other kind of bug, and I don't know what they were, but I have sprayed for them, and they've kind of looked like they've disappeared. But I had some kind of a bug come in and just totally demolish my shishito peppers. They were beautiful, and they were still producing like crazy. And then 2 days later I came out and they were gone. These were beautiful just a few days ago. This is so sad. So, these are poblano peppers. Again, we have pepper plants, but no peppers. So, I don't know. My tomatillos are actually getting taken over by the jungle. And it's funny, because last year when I came home from a vacation, we had the jungle, and this year we have the jungle. So, I don't know. But I have a lot of gourds, and it's basically just gourds, nothing else. The tomatillos just aren't producing tomatillos. They've started to, and then something's happened to them. My strawberries are just, but I am getting more of the lysianthus to finally start blooming here. So that's fun and exciting. But the strawberries, oh, the poor strawberry bed. And I'm not even sure I can get through here. More lysianthus there. These were habanero peppers that the flowers are taking over, and of course they're just, again, plants but no peppers, and I don't know why. I need to figure it out. These guys are just taking over by storm, which is fun, but yeah. I have my potatoes. I really need to get in here and harvest my potatoes. This whole bed is potatoes and half of that bed, and I may have lost them all, I don't know. But I never really saw them flower, and that's when they say that they're actually making potatoes, so I don't know. This stuff all bolted. I don't even remember what it was, unfortunately. This was arugula, and it's bolted. We had some kind of collards in there. They bolted. I got onions. I keep saying potatoes. Onions in here. These were flowers. So, you know, I just need to finish getting these guys all picked back up off the ground. But they are producing tomatoes. There are 5 tomato plants here. We have pepper plants back here that are actually producing peppers, so that's fun and exciting. Now I just have to remember what they are. I don't know. There's a tag here somewhere. I'm just not seeing the tag. I also have some good weeds going. Good weeds. And the basil. The basil helps keep bugs away, so this basil's starting to bolt and get eaten, but I'm kind of just leaving it for that reason because it keeps them away. The nasturtiums look terrible. I should pull them. And then this bed, I pulled everything. I cut back all the kale. I didn't actually pull the kale, but the kale is gone. I'm going to add some more soil and start all over with this bed. These flowers right here are doing really, really well. We've got the coxcomb and marigolds. My marigold's over there, not doing as well. So yeah. Finally, the last spot to check out is, of course, we've got the marigold here. And then we have more tomatoes. These are not ripening, but these were planted, every bit of a month later than those over there. So they're just now starting to come in. We do have tomatoes though, so that's a start. It's an exciting start. These guys have probably been neglected the most, even though I did come in and I did put down newspaper and then I lined them with compost. These guys have been neglected the most, unfortunately. Mainly we have green. We got a red one here. It's not totally ripe. So we're getting somewhere. Oh, we've got some red ones here. They're kind of funny shaped. It's cute. Because I have a whole bunch of different types of tomatoes and they're all planted really close together, there is a potential that they've cross-pollinated, so I may not have pure seeds for each of them. But, oh, look at that. I thought I pulled this tomato down here, these two. I actually have a tomato on it. It's a little bitty guy and he won't probably do anything, but he's still there holding on. Have a voluntary corn. That's fun. And then if I come to this side, I have a bunch of weeds. I'm good at growing those. Something's been eating the tomato there. Interesting. These guys were actually very neglected from the start. They should have been planted long before they were, and I finally planted them because. So they're doing really well for the rough start that they had. This is a voluntary sunflower that the grasshoppers have kind of been mean to. I have a voluntary corn. So, like I said, I have been out of town. My mother-in-law has been watching my garden for me, picking all of my produce that's ready to go. But I don't have a whole lot that's ready to go other than tomatoes. So I've learned a lot this year. I still have a lot to learn. Some of the stuff that I got planted, bugs came and ate, so we don't get it, which sucks. To put in all that time and effort and energy to try and start it, and then you don't get it. But that's okay. We'll use this as a learning curve. And we'll move on. So that is the August 1st, July 31st, whatever, the garden tour. And if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, say you want to come back and see me. I plan on trying to maybe do a garden tour even in this winter months. I don't know. We'll just see. That is the goal. So please stay tuned, like, subscribe, say hi, comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, make fun of my weeds, we don't want to talk about the weeds, but you can make fun of them. It's kind of like we don't talk about Bruno. Okay, see you later.